2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Genesis Invitational. Today's coverage is just about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beam in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, great to be here. As this event kicks off, our featured group consists of two players who appear to have entered into quite the rivalry.
Well, this week, Henny, it looks like they're intending to beat the big-hitting Brooke Henderson. She might be a kind Canadian, but certainly a fierce rival.
Yeah, she's not going to say sorry. Just make sure you don't look in her trophy cabinet beforehand because you might get intimidated. There's some big major championships in there. Brooke Henderson, speaking of big, hits it big, got big game, and is just so lovely on top of it all. I almost don't want her to be beaten.
Yeah, she's a born winner, isn't she, Brooke Henderson? This is going to be a tough rivalry, but one if you can win will certainly build your confidence. That one's heading down Broadway. But what are we looking at with their approach shot, Rich? Because really that's all the challenge here on this par 4 second.
Luke, the second shot is straight back up the hill. Better take an extra club if you want to get it close.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. Currently 1 under for the event. Second shot here on the third. Yeah, good swing. This one's heading up onto the green for sure. And he's down there. You got a read?
He's got 10 feet here. I think he likes it. This is what they have left for birdie here.
He's currently sitting in first place. And they'd be feeling buoyed with confidence after that birdie. Here's a good chance to maintain the momentum.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
Rich, the PGA Tour is basically a power game these days, although the 5th here at Riviera forces players just to hold off the tee.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
And the putt drops, and we're moving on. The 6th hole here at Riviera is very unique, isn't it, Rich?
Who puts a bunker in the center of the green? No one else except for the folks at Riviera Country Club. I love this hole.
Oh, that's a high caliber shot. A chance to get to 3 under with this putt. That's inside the range. And with that, he'll move to 3 under par. That's not what they hoped for. I'm definite about that. And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
He's setting up here from about 115 yards. What a shot from the rough. This is gorgeous.
And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. Oh, so close. This one just outside 7 feet to the hole. Oh, wonderful effort. Confirms the par. Xander Schauffele is coming off a birdie, which will take him to within 1 shot of the lead. The par 4 8th at Riviera is a choose-your-own-adventure. Which fairway do you like to take?
I think most players are going to try and go down the left-hand side, as it seems to be the easier of the two these days. However, where they stick that flagstick, well, that's a different question. If they stick it up front right, The left-hand side of the fairway, that's not the easiest approach. So better be mindful of where that flagstick is in order to pick which side of the fairway you want to drive it down.
Big par saver coming up for this fella.
That's a good putt to make, that one. Looking ahead, this player is currently tied for first in the field, alongside Xander Schauffele.
The final hole on the outward half is a par 4 playing back up towards the clubhouse, Rich. It's a good par 4.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
All right, down the hill here. Got to be gentle.
That's frustrating. It's just about 3 feet away.
Xander Schauffele currently on top of the leaderboard here.
One of the most often discussed holes in all of golf is the par 4 10th here at Riviera, Rich. There's so much strategy.
It's either driver or 3-wood for every player in this field, but you better be good with distance because this green is very narrow.
And this shot from the bunker.
Oh, yeah, golf clap, really good.
And as we take a look at the leaderboard, it's Xander Schauffele in first place.
The par 5 11th, one of the better scoring holes on the course. Players are thinking 4 when they stand on this tee.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
Good look at a birdie here.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
A bit long on that one. Just a 4-footer remaining.
Looking good so far.
And there it is. And a sight we're used to seeing a lot. Xander Schauffele in top spot.
When you stand on the 12th tee, Rich, you're thinking to yourself, oh, a couple of strong back-to-back par 4s, and it starts right here.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevent you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
Rich, the 13th hole, slightly different look off the tee.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left, requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. You find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
Okay, let's head to the next. The 14th, Rich, I know it's dear to your heart, the par 3. You made an ace there in tournament history, won a car. How do you tell the players to play it?
Hit a 7-iron, a high little draw 7-iron, and 2 hop it right in the hole, Luke. That's what I suggest. That makes it easy.
An opportunity here to move into a tie for first.
And a big moment for this player with just 4 holes left.
Ouch, that hurts. And this one is for his par. Trailing by a stroke after that hole. The 15th, Rich, a very good par 4. Although, if you're Victor Hovland, maybe the fairway's not in your line of sight.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dog leg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
This is the all-important stretch. Time to make your move. Handy effort, that one. What a good opportunity you've got here. Let's hold it.
Always rooting for this player, Luke. I hope this one goes.
Okay, steady now. And that puddle drop. Well done. The last genuine scoring hole at Riviera is certainly this par 5 17th.
Any hopes of getting it home in 2, you better come up with something special off the tee and make sure to avoid the bunker on the right-hand side.
Henny, how's that ball lying?
Well, it's a little deeper into the rough, but it's sitting nicely.
Quality shot, that one. Getting ready to play their third.
Wind's blowing from left to right. Going to try and hold it against the wind.
They need to get up and down from here. Just one stroke off the lead.
A little excitement going on right now.
Job done. Let's head to the next.
And as we head to the next, it's Xander Schauffele in first place.
And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Setting up here from about 195 yards.
Looks to be going with the 5 iron.
Oh, that one's bouncing around in the branches. Far from ideal.
Well, safer than the surface. Maybe it's time to hole a long-range bomb. And this putt for a final score of 69. Ooh, right by the hole. Bogey putt coming up here.
And that will do it for him at this event.